So what are the central like axioms of Zoroastrianism, properly stated?
You get up in the morning, you meditate. Your meditation is a contemplation. You can do Buddhist meditation, go towards the zero state if you want to, and be an atheologist, or you can be an entheologist, meaning you embrace the multitude of the world, which Zoroastrians choose to do. What you do when you meditate, you start separating your thought patterns. That's the feedback loops. And these feedback loops are called, the feedback loops are the humata, the hukta, and the vashta. So the feedback loops are then becoming to you either constructive or destructive to the best of your mind. Your masta, best of your mind, your supreme mind, is what sees the different feedback loops in your life and you start separating them. You drop the drush, you drop the bitterness, you drop destructiveness, you drop things that shrink people, including yourself, in your surroundings. You drop the destructive relationships. You look at the constructive relationships and you nurture them and you feed them, you smile before them, you love them, you let them take over your heart and your mind, and you go ahead and pursue the ashta during the day. When you pursue the asha instead of the dru, you become an ashavan. You're a Zoroastrian. You follow the asha and you personify the asha. You're an ashavan. And when you personify the ashavan, you spread asha vihishta, the produced, the cultured asha humans can spread around the world. Is the asha vihishta. So the process is three steps.
Ashtavahisha means a culture.
It's a cultured asha. Asha is just true.
You're culturing something.
Asha is the Tao in Taoism is exactly the same word. It's borrowed from Persians. The asha, artha in Sanskrit, artha, asha in Avesta is Tao in Chinese. It's the same thing. It's how the world works. You live in accordance with how the world works. So this is where we agree with Hegel. Hegel's logic. You live logically according to how the world works. You can also, on top of that, add experimentation
according to the
and
Tao,
build laboratories, which Hegel does not understand. But that's Hegel is not an artist, so he's just a philosopher. So you'll put it that. But anyway, you go through the humata. The humata is to think through your thoughts properly to their very end and complete them, and discover whether the thoughts are constructive or destructive. Are they asha or dru? That's humata. Then, when you've done that process, you make the hukta, which is like swearing an oath towards yourself and your brothers and sisters around you, your community, your anjuman, the sangha in Buddhism, anjuman. Yeah. You swear to the anjuman that you're committed to doing asha. That's a hukta. So humata hukta, and then the vashta is the practice. The vashta is the entire day you practice what you decided and swore you would practice, and that's your day.
Yeah, that's
the
like
next
primordial,
day you repeat the process.
Because all of those things you mentioned, I can see within my own tradition. So it's like that is the primordial religion in a sense. What you've mentioned, right?
Yeah, but it's a religion without the superstition. It's a religion without saying that your grandfather died, he's gone to heaven. It's a religion without the lie. It's not a religion that permits any sort of lie, no matter how noble. You don't live in the world of drush. To yourself, you must live in absolute truth, and that's called asha.